There have been many powerful warriors throughout the millennia. But ages of mortal combat have begun to tear at the fabric of the realms. The critical point has finally been reached. It was foreseen that combatants would one day grow too powerful and too numerous. If left unchecked, their intensifying combat would weaken and shatter the realms and bring about the apocalypse. The elder gods demanded a safeguard be put in place to avoid total destruction. One that would make use of the combatants' insatiable bloodlust. Like moths to flame, they would be drawn to battle. At the apex of destruction, alliances will be broken. And old hatreds will be revived. Armageddon has begun.
Now, the reason for me having the entire intro to Mortal Kombat Armageddon in this review is because it's probably my favourite part of this game. I think you'll agree that that intro was fucking epic. Anyway, I consider it to be a third in the trilogy of the modern 3D Mortal Kombats after Deadly Alliance and Deception. They have a very different playstyle to the traditional 2D digital Mortal Kombat games. They rely less on projectiles, they're a lot slower paced and a lot more stiff, a lot more weapon based as well. But, while many don't consider this game to be as good as Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 or Mortal Kombat 2, I do find this game fun in its own right, even though I am slightly disappointed in how the game actually turned out because of the amount of potential that this game could have had. Now, you're effectively looking at the main culprit. There's absolutely no way that Midway could have crammed every single Mortal Kombat character ever, minus one, the female version of Chameleon if you want to get really pedantic, and pay the same care and attention to each and every one. Things were sacrificed. Things like individual fatalities, game balance, Montoro's 4 legs. They had to make up some bullshit thing of somebody at some point put a curse on his kind, and now that all the Minotaurs go around with 2 legs as opposed to 4, and we're not totally completely trying to hide the fact that the modelling and animation department are too fucking lazy to have a 4-legged creature and animate a 4-legged creature, because that would take too much effort, damn it. What Midway seem to have done instead is focus more on the fluff modes, like Creator Fighter, Conquest Mode, Mortal Kombat, all that other shenanigans. And these modes, most of which are actually what Mortal Kombat fans would have liked. Create a Character obviously has the problem of people being able to make the cheapest, nastiest, unbalanced character possible, but at least you can have a bit of fun with it. My only other problem with it is, well, you can only have 1 character per profile. A bit fucking stupid if you ask me, so if you want to have more than 1 character, you have to keep recompleting the game over and over again, so you can actually have more than 1 character on your memory card. That's just stupid. What I do have to give Midway credit is the quite fantastic Conquest mode, which is basically a scrolling brawler where you go around killing dudes. It has a very nice storyline, contains most of the Mortal Kombat characters that you know and love, pretty brainless, and can actually unlock everything in the game if you collect all the hidden collectibles, which aren't that difficult to do. I've played worse action games on the PlayStation 2, that's for sure, and considering this is actually a freebie, a little sized version for the actual main game, this is actually pretty awesome. What isn't so awesome on the other hand is Mortal Kombat. Midway's cute little way of trying to copy the weapon-based karting racing game. In a way, actually, plays more like an old kart racing game called Street Racer, where you barge people as opposed to shooting them with weapons and so on, because the weapons are effectively your specials, so each character has 1 weapon and the barging technique, and that's it. You can kill other people by knocking them off into pits, by activating traps, and so on. So it does have the Mortal Kombat feel, and it is a nice little diversion. It's just not that great of a kart racing game, and I can't really suggest you run out and buy this game just for this mode, even though when the servers were still running you could easily play this online with a few other guys and have quite a lot of fun with it actually. Oh, and I almost forgot, there are 6 tracks and 8 races that you can play as in this game. Mortal Kombat Armageddon does everything to invoke the old feelings of the classic 2D digital brawling series. From this weird ass pyramid of fighters that you have to go through in arcade mode, to pet fatalities where you can instant win a round by knocking some guy into a bed of spikes or into a fiery pit of lava or something. And I can't really fault them for doing that because, well, it wouldn't be a Mortal Kombat game without those things. But they have made some significant changes from previous Mortal Kombat games in this game. Gone are the 3 fighting styles from Deception. Now you only get 2 fighting styles which you can switch between at any point in the game by pressing the L1 button. And for about 99% of the characters, the second fighting style normally involves them pulling out a weapon of some variety. But the main thing about Mortal Kombat Armageddon is how much more methodical the combat is. Well, some might say methodical, others might say sluggish, and also Midway have dicked about with the button configurations for other characters' special moves. And then there's this, the creative fatality system. Nobody really liked this. It's because they couldn't be bothered to program each character's fatality, so you just had a generic create your own fatality thing which lacked any impact or charm of the original fatalities. From an aesthetic standpoint, Mortal Kombat Armageddon is actually not a bad looking and sounding game. The soundtrack's kind of nice, and the arenas look pretty cool and have lots of little features in them and stuff, and the characters are nicely detailed, and the animation for the most part is pretty good, even though a lot of them use the same canned animations because, well, Midway had to animate 64 plus characters in this game, so what can you do? They got lazy and I can't really blame them. Overall, I would actually say that Deception is probably the best out of the trilogy of new 3D Mortal Kombat games. Mainly because it's a much more complete game and, well, characters have their own fatalities, the stages look nicer, and even though the game is a bit broken, I felt that the game was actually just a little bit more tightly defined and focused. I would also wouldn't suggest buying this game just for the storyline either, because, well, yeah, the conquest mode is pretty fun, but it's actually going to get retconned out of existence by Mortal Kombat 9. So effectively, Mortal Kombat Armageddon will just be a whole bunch of Mortal Kombat characters, most of which you don't care about, having a massive scrap for no reason. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this review.